Hello everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the State of the AAC. I'd like to start off by making some acknowledgments of where we come to so far this year. So in January of this year, the Chamber Board appointed a new president and CEO, Regina A. Harrison. One of the first things Regina did, like any great leader would do, is she listened. In February of this year, Regina conducted a listening tour devoted to hearing from our board members, our board of directors, members, stakeholders, and partners to better understand the needs of the Black business community. Today, you will learn about the foundational work that has been done over the last 6 months and many new and exciting opportunities the Chamber has in store. While we have liked to host all of you in person, due to safety concerns, we limited those joining in person to a small group of program speakers. However, we're looking forward to hosting all of our members in person again very soon, like at our annual meeting. This is the State of the AACC. Our annual meeting will be coming up shortly. We'll be in touch. And we'd like to thank Live Casino for hosting us today. Before we start our presentation, I would like to invite Mr. Ed Evans to bring greetings from Live Casino. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the State of the AACC.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the Cordish Companies and Cordish Gaming, we'd like to welcome you all to Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. I'm Ed Evans. I am the Diversity Officer for Cordish Gaming. And I'm here representing Crystal Jones, who is the CFO, who was newly appointed to the board for the African American Chamber. And it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all here. I'm not going to take up a lot of time. We're very, very excited about this partnership that we now have. And with that said, I'm going to turn it back over to you. And again, thank you all and welcome.
Thank you, Ed, for that warm welcome. My name is Bjorn Enriquez, from Fox 29, board member here at the Chamber. And we're excited that Live Casino is formally represented on the AACC Board of Directors. And we look forward to returning this winter for our holiday noir soiree. In the past, the Chamber has had working committees that provided our membership an opportunity to work with the Chamber Board of Directors and leadership in advancing policies and expanding resources available to Black businesses. As many of you know, our working committees have been dormant for many years. However, one of the things we discovered during the listening tour is the desire and need to reinstate working committees for our membership to participate. Taking into consideration recommendations from you, during the listening process, the following committees have been formed and will be available for all members of the Chamber to join. There's the Finance/Access to Capital committee chaired by Tariq Brooks, the Policy Committee chaired by Lowell Thomas and Karen Lewis, the Entrepreneurs and Startups chaired by Kenneth Scott and Crystal Jones, Procurement Supplier Diversity Committee chaired by Bernice Williams, and Industries of AACC Ad Hoc Committee chaired by Brian Edmonds. At this time, I'd like to invite each committee chair to come forward and briefly share the committee's purpose and expectations for members that wish to join the committee. So first we have Tariq Brooks joining us from the Finance and Access to Capital Committee.
Good afternoon, everyone in attendance and all of our members and partners that are listening through Zoom. To be a vocal advocate for the access to capital and finance needs of the African American Chamber of Commerce members, the AACC has established a committee to serve as a liaison, resource partner, relationship builder, and advocate for the capital needs of African American businesses. As chair of the committee, it'll be my responsibility to ensure that this committee serves the membership and organization in the ways that I just mentioned. We plan to serve as a resource provider and relationship builder by offering programming to membership and establishing a point of contact for capital providers and members that are seeking capital. And with your communication and engagement membership, we will be able to connect AACC members with these capital providers. The events of the prior year has brought particular attention to the inequities in accessing capital for Black businesses. We saw that Black-owned businesses were largely shut out of the COVID-19 relief funding in the early stages and had to shutter their doors at a disproportionate rate to majority-owned businesses. Out of these events, however, we have also seen pledges of billions of dollars to provide capital and opportunities to Black-owned businesses. Organizations have stepped up to make resources available for Black-owned businesses and have also assisted businesses with completing applications. And there have also been federal, state, and local government efforts to make resources available for Black businesses. We must seize this opportunity to corral these resources, provide them to our members, and strengthen the businesses so that we can move the needle on Black business ownership, Black business growth, and Black business success. To start this, the committee is proud to announce that we are officially launching the Dr. Emma Chappelle Coaching the Capital program, which will provide a holistic solution to the access to capital needs for participating businesses. Along with partners PIDC, WSFS, the Community College of Philadelphia Power Up Your Business program, New Spring, formerly New Spring Capital, and United Bank, program participants will receive business training, a financial coach, a business coach, business consultant, business mentor, and have the opportunity to access capital from United Bank that is exclusive for program participants. The Coaching the Capital program will be a one-year program that provides hours of training to businesses with the chance to build relationships directly with capital providers. They will be able to qualify for professional service grants, and they'll also be able to receive financing as we discussed before. So the structure of the program will be as follows. Your program participants will complete the Power Up Your Business program and receive 36 hours of training in essential business areas and also develop an improvement plan for their business. Those business areas will include legal, HR, finance, business areas of that nature. They will also be able to utilize a capital advisor, thanks to our partnership with New Spring, volunteer mentors from companies and executives from companies all throughout the region. And they will also get a business and a financial coach to qualify, secure, and apply capital to grow their business in a strategic way. They will also have the opportunity to attend presentations and events to learn more about sources of capital, capital strategies, and managing capital. Of course, in addition to working with the New Spring Capital Advisor to execute their improvement plan and strengthen the structure of the business. So some dates that you want to be aware of if you're interested in this program. Applications will be due by Friday, July 16th. The program begins the week of August 16th. The phase 1 of the program, which is the participants completing the Power Up Your Business program, will be from August 25th to November 22nd, and will be each Wednesday on a weekly basis throughout that period. The actual entire year program, so the mentoring, the advising, the events, they all conclude August 1st, 2022, which will be 1 full year from the program's initiation. And our goal is to find a small group of businesses to participate in this cohort so that we can get intense training to those businesses, get valuable feedback, iterate the program, and then scale it up for subsequent years. So if you're interested in this program, your business needs to have 2 years of business experience, annual revenue of $250,000 or more, be an AACC member at the time of application, or be interested or willing to become an AACC member before the program begins. And then, of course, make sure you submit a completed application before the deadline. So I'm excited to be the chair of the Access to Capital and Finance Committee at the AACC. And also, I'm thrilled to be able to help the AACC offer these resources to our membership so that our members can become stronger businesses and and further the economic strength of our communities. Thank you.
Hold on, that was a great amount of information, and I think that your committee is going to be a very popular one, as though you're the Access to Capital. All right, next we have Procurement, Supplier Diversity Committee with Chair Vernice Lewis.
The procurement of goods and services from minority-owned businesses, and particularly Black-owned businesses, should be a business imperative for small and large businesses alike. The focus of the African American Chamber of Commerce Procurement and Supplier Diversity Committee will be to drive the growth of local Black-owned businesses, in particular those that are members of the African American Chamber of Commerce. We plan to leverage our partnerships with our corporate and regional partners to develop strategies to help those businesses grow to scale to meet the needs of our regional partners. Our first meeting will be held sometime during the week of September 7th, and I look forward to working with this group and working with this committee to drive Black-owned business spend in our region. So more to come. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
And next, we're going to go to the Industries of AAC Ad Hoc Committee with Chair Brian Edmonds.
Good afternoon, all. I am Brian Edmonds, longtime board member of the Chamber. We have formed an ad hoc committee, which will actually have subcommittees underneath it focused on the industries that our members are part of. The first subcommittee we're forming is the real estate and construction industry subcommittee, which also I will be chairing that as well. So the committees are being formed. We will roll out various other industries in the coming months. Everyone stay tuned. We look forward to having these committees be an opportunity to exchange information, which we know in business, information leads to opportunity. So I'm excited about it. Please feel free to contact Regina for those interested in being part of committees and or to give suggestions about other industries that we should consider making subcommittees. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. I would like to take the time to also acknowledge the chairperson of our governance committee, and that's Judge Renee Hughes, who couldn't be with us today, but I definitely wanted to, in talking about committees, she's done a great job being very active, very supportive, and getting that committee off the ground. And I just wanted to acknowledge Judge Renee Hughes and let her know that she's in our thoughts and our prayers. And we'd like to thank each committee chair for sharing today. In the chat, you'll find a link to sign up to receive information, such as upcoming meeting dates for any committee you'd like to join. Members are welcome to join more than one committee. Completing the interest form does not mean you have to make a commitment today to join the committee. It will allow us to send you more information only for the committees in which you express interest. And we will also share this link and today's information via email following today's program. I'd now like to invite our marketing partner, High Touch Enterprises, Mrs. Felicia Harris Williams, to come forward to share a few new updates coming to the Chamber. Immediately following Felicia's presentation, we will hear from our board member, Sade Lewis, who will introduce our president and CEO.
Hello, everyone. My name is Felicia Harris Williams. Many of you guys over the past several months have received many emails from me. I am honored and humbled to be able to work with Regina to help her move the Chamber forward and help with the transition, and also help roll out new programming and initiatives that will benefit the businesses, primarily Black businesses of the Chamber. We do have people joining us today in the room, and I'm going to ask you guys, you can look at the screen in front of you. Those online, please bear with me because I'm wearing multiple hats today. I am managing this AV and trying to do a presentation at the same time. One of the first things that Regina did was a listening tour. And so a lot of the initiatives and a lot of the committees and everything that you are seeing and hearing about today have stemmed from that listening tour. One of those things was an updated website. We've realized that the Chamber's current website really just serves as a landing page where you can go to just find basic information, but it has not been a vehicle to engage current membership. And so we have been working over the past several months to redesign the Chamber's website. And if you look on the screen, for those who are joining us virtually, I am going to share my screen. And we have developed a new website. The look and the feel is much more modern with video. We will be producing more content that is relevant to our members. The website will, in addition to being a resource, it will be a place where our members can educate themselves and also collaborate. And so over the past several months, we have launched Economic Empowerment Zone seminars, and these are professional development seminars for our members to learn to grow their businesses. And all of that content will now live in a membership portal on the website. The membership portal is going to be combined, is going to merge with the current membership portal that we have. And so over the next several weeks, starting next week, we will begin to migrate the data from our old membership portal, which was Chamber Master, to our new one. Inside of the new membership portal, which can be accessed at the top from the home screen now, members will be able to access exclusive content, educational content that is very specific to being able to grow your business. We will be able to have discussion boards around policy issues and topics. All of our events and easy way to register for events will be right here in this portal. We are also adding to the portal an RFP page. The RFP page on the current website is very dated. We receive RFP opportunities all the time, and sending them out via email has not been effective because people are flooded with hundreds of emails every day, and we realize that. And we also realize that RFP opportunities should be exclusive to the members of the Chamber. So the RFP opportunities will live here as well, as being able to contact other members directly through our discussion boards, and there will be direct messaging. Right now, the website is still just in beta, so you cannot access it live. We wanted to first give everyone a preview and let you know what we're doing so that when we do reach out, you do know what is going to happen. And so your current login is going to be migrated to a new portal. We will have information sessions throughout the month of July and August to assist members with migrating to the new portal, as well as how to navigate it and to maximize your experience with the website, with the portal. You can receive mobile notifications now with the new portal so that you can set up how you would like to be notified about events, about RFP opportunities, and about resources that will be posted to the website. Are there any questions? So for those who are joining us virtually, the question is, if you are a member, can you have your own profile in addition to a company profile? And the answer is yes. Anyone in your company can have a profile, and it will depend on your membership level. So we are restructuring the membership levels to align with the new features that are offered in the portal. So if you, for example, have the highest membership level of corporate membership, you can have up to 4 different profiles. And that may be one for your office administrator, maybe your CFO, maybe also for an executive in the company. So we understand that the resources that the Chamber provides may be valuable to different levels of management in your company. And so those people can have multiple profiles. At the basic level, you will only be able to have 1 profile. And so the higher your membership level, the more profiles you'll be able to have. So those people can have their own login and be able to interact on the portal and receive the resources that they need that are relevant to their position. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Felicia. I want to first acknowledge how important a step it is to have our site upgraded to where it is now. To have a functioning website that provides the resources and able to connect not only members, but members to opportunities is extremely important. Building my career in all things digital, currently running all things digital advertising for Fox, I see through all the clients and everyone we work with how important that is. So thank you so much for leading that, Felicia. So next, we'll hear from our board member, Sade Lewis, who will introduce our president and CEO.
Thanks, Bjorn. Good afternoon, folks. I'm Sade Awani Peckham Lewis with American Airlines. I'm delighted to be here to introduce a really special person who I've known for some time, Regina Harrison. But before I do that, let me talk a little bit about our company and why we're members of the Chamber. So American Airlines is the largest airline in the world. We have 9 hubs domestically across the country. Philadelphia is one of our major hubs. It's our largest transatlantic gateway. So think about it this way. Folks who want to go to London, Prague, Budapest, any place across the Atlantic, we fly folks from their points of origin around the country to Philly, and we fly them across the pond. And so Philadelphia is very, very important to us. Pre-pandemic in 2019, we were averaging 520-ish flights per day on average, because we were literally bringing bodies in and moving them across, and it had such a huge economic impact to the city. In 2019, our presence in the city of Philadelphia represented a $13.8 billion economic impact to the city of Philadelphia. So it's important that we be good corporate citizens, and our membership here with African American Chamber is important to us because when we look at the folks that are members of our team, particularly in Philadelphia, we have 9,000 team members that work at the airport, 9,000. Within our system, we have the highest percentage of brown and Black employees in Philadelphia. And if you think about it, look at the demographics. Philadelphia is a brown and Black city. 85% of all of our employees are unionized. And on top of that, we contract with 3 major companies at the airport: Prime Flight, Prospect, Sky Chef, and that adds another 2,000 employees. So we support a base of 11,000 employees at the city of Philadelphia. I see my friend Harold Epps over there. Every year I go and complain to him, why are we not in the back of the city's financial statement? It talks about us being one of the largest employers here in Philadelphia. And he's like, well, we used it for metric, Sade. And so it's a constant thing we used to talk about, but we're a big presence here in Philadelphia. And which is why we want to be good corporate citizens and working with the Chamber of Commerce on many issues. You guys have been an amazing, amazing supporter recently on many initiatives. And we are pleased, and it's a pleasure to be part of this body because you support us, you help us through a lot of the issues that, quite frankly, at Dallas, they don't fully appreciate. And so it's a pleasure to be here and be part of this body. And so with that, I have the pleasure of introducing Regina Harrison. Regina Harrison is a solution-oriented and resourceful strategist who employs a creative approach to transforming vision into results. Regina is the president and chief executive officer of the African American Chamber of Commerce of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. AACC has promoted the voice, the vision, and the value of Black-owned businesses for 27 years. Most recently, Regina served as chief deputy to the Honorable Tracy Gordon, Register of Wills, and clerk of the Orphans Courts. Regina successfully leveraged her skills on project management and public policy to champion Gordon's mission of protecting generational wealth within the city of Philadelphia. Previously, Regina was a senior associate at Bellevue Strategies. There, she was a registered lobbyist at the state, local, and federal government levels, where she advanced client objectives through the development and execution of government affairs, community relations, and media and communication strategies. Highlights of Regina's work include serving as a key member of the Philadelphia Social Impact Task Force, where she advised corporate and government stakeholders on economic development strategies, mobilized community resources, facilitated synergistic local partnerships, and tracked deliverables. A natural connector, Regina skillfully identified opportunities and joined the right individuals and resources, a skill she leveraged to secure a research partnership between a global client and a local HBCU. Prior to joining Bellevue Strategies, Regina held multiple roles within the Philadelphia education system. A strong networker with a record of cultivating and managing strategic partnerships with a broad cross-section of stakeholders, Regina served as Director of External Affairs, where she forged government, corporate, and community relationships and successfully secured over $10 million in funding and school resources. Additionally, Regina supported public relations and community engagement efforts for the Philadelphia City Council and the Pennsylvania State Representatives and candidates. A graduate of St. Joe's University, Regina developed a strong command of PR strategies as well as the political landscape, having received her Bachelor's of Science degree with a focus in political science and public relations. She achieved her Master's of Public Administration degree from the University of Pennsylvania, further increasing her knowledge of public policy. So on a personal note, I met Regina a number of years ago. She was actually a student in my class. In addition to working at American Airlines, I teach a graduate level course at the University of Pennsylvania. It's called Critical Issues in Public Finance. I've been teaching that class for over 10 years. And Regina was one of a few brown faces in my class. And she would come to me after class and talk about issues and everything. I always tell my students, my takeaway, I know that I've done well if you reach out to me and say, Sade, remember that case study we did? Well, I applied it here. And Regina told me one day, Sade, remember that case study we did? Well, I applied it here and it was successful. And Regina has kept in touch over the years. Somewhere along the way, I became her mentor. And I remember when she called me up and said, I'm thinking about going to Bellevue Strategies. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a great opportunity. You'll have a wonderful time with Mustafa. And I was just so pleased. I've been watching her grow and move, and like a proud mama bear, big sister. I'm just delighted especially when I learned that she was been selected to serve as a CEO. So needless to say, I was beyond touched and proud when she called me up and said, would you introduce me? And I was like, well, of course. And so without much further ado, I introduce you to our new CEO, Regina Harrison.
Good evening, and thank you, Sade, for that warm welcome. I would like to thank the entire board of directors, especially our chair, Stephen Scott Bradley, as well as our gracious host, Live Casino Philadelphia, and of course, our members and friends who are joining us virtually for being here with us today. Again, my name is Regina Harrison, and I am proud to serve as President and CEO of the African American Chamber of Commerce of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Proudly, I've come here this evening and stand before you to say, the state of the African American Chamber of Commerce is strong. Together, we're building back better and we're building back Black. We are truly so fortunate to gather here today. This past year was not without its tests, and certainly there's no member, no person on this planet that has not lost something or someone invaluable this year. I want to take a moment to acknowledge those members and their families. And sincerely hope you know the Chamber continues to fight for you and lift you up every day, just as we have done for the past 28 years. Since assuming this role in January, I'm elated to report that the Chamber has been able to embark upon an exciting number of initiatives. We began with a full listening tour of our members and stakeholders and learned of the hardships and hard-earned wins this past year afforded them. Before I dive in, however, I would like to first thank those who've helped me along the way. Without the efforts of High Touch Enterprises, Bellevue Strategies, 2G Marketing, and the AACC Executive Committee and Board of Directors, along with the AACC staff and interns, none of this could be possible. And we are grateful for your service. Moving along, after reviewing the information we gathered on the ground from our members, partners, and sponsors, we rolled up our sleeves and we began to reshape the programming, partnerships, and public vitality of our great chamber. Our program, Reimagine, Reset, and Reinvest for a Sustainable Future, has been impactful and invigorating Black commerce here in the region. In our Influencer Series breakfast, we've heard insights from City of Philadelphia's Controller, Rebecca Reinhardt, the Honorable Mayor Jim Kenney, and most recently, Councilwoman and former Finance Committee Chair, Maria Sanchez. We are grateful for our longtime partner, Pico Energy, and look forward to September as they sponsor the Reimagine, Reset, and Reinvest for a Sustainable Future series. This April, we launched the Empowerment Zone, our 2 virtual programs, Lights, Camera, Zoom, and Cryptocurrency, were incredibly engaging and important steps toward increasing the digital footprint of our members and bolstering their ability for digital exchange. A special thank you to board members Gary Shepard and Krishna Nareem, whom without these events would not have been possible. With that said, I would be remiss if I failed to mention a few of our incredible and generous partners. If I don't call your name, it's not because you're not as important, but they only gave me 10 minutes. So, some of our partners that helped make this program a reality. Our partnership with 6ABC News has allowed us to spotlight member businesses in the 4th largest media market, which I'm excited to share. These PSAs will be broadcasted soon. With this in mind, this partnership also affords us the ability to convene conversations surrounding best practices that maintain and attract Black businesses in major Black cities, such as this mayor's convening scheduled for airing this August. Thank you to our sponsor, TD Bank. We would also like to thank the Philadelphia Tribune, the Penn Capital Star, the Business Journal, the Philadelphia Citizen, and the Philadelphia Inquirer. Through these written media partners, we've been able to publish op-eds, one as recently as last Thursday, which have been compiled and can be viewed on our website. We also have been fortunate to participate in radio interviews through WRD, WHYY, and KYW, focused on Black commerce across the country and here at home. To all those who have supported the Chamber's numerous speaking engagements provided by affiliated organizations, especially BOMA, SAP, and my fellow panel members who participated in Doing Business with the City of Philadelphia, sponsored by the Greater Philadelphia Chamber, our gratitude goes out to you. Our work would not be possible without the legislative support of our elected officials. This year, State Senator Vincent Hughes, as well as State Senator Anthony Williams, have been tireless advocates for the advancement and protection of the Chamber. We are grateful for your service and your support, as well as the service and support of Congresswoman Chrissy Houlihan and Congressman Dwight Evans, who graciously included the Chamber at their business roundtables and continue to be a tireless advocate for the Chamber. To the countless other elected officials who have championed the Chamber's causes and amplified the concerns of our members, your work is not forgotten nor in vain. We particularly appreciate your leadership, attentiveness as well. To those who are joining us, I want to make clear that the need for such initiatives has never been greater. In a recent study released by the Philadelphia Inquirer, data indicated that we face the challenge of having fewer businesses per capita than other big cities. Additionally, Philadelphia has the lowest of Black-owned firms in relation to Black residents and significant racial disparities in business ownership. This is extremely alarming as the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection looks to rebound from the recession caused by the pandemic. Therefore, we've identified the most consequential policies hindering the success of Black business owners, explored the opportunities for impact, and developed a comprehensive policy plan surrounding our advocacy and initiatives for the next year. This report will be voted on by our board shortly and available on our website, which is newly redesigned and launched as of this evening. Even with all of these efforts, our fight continues. We must continue to protect and uphold the very businesses that saw us through as we safely emerge from this global health crisis. This past year threatened lives, deeply impacted our livelihood, and altered our quality of life. It's going to take all of us to build back from where we were, and collectivism is the key to our success. Looking ahead, we've been guided by the internal question of how can we create more seats at the table? In the next year, we plan to build the table. With that, I'm excited to say we've been working with the diverse chambers on several efforts to increase the support the city extends us. Our gratitude to those who participated in the survey, registered for the RFP workshop, supported our members as they met with the commissioners of the city's agencies, and of course to Michael Rashid, the City of Philadelphia's Commerce Director, and his team, Iola Harper, who's joining us this evening, for not only his wavering support and their wavering support of the chamber. We thank you. But also for the thought-provoking and insightful discussions on issues that affect Black businesses, which we hope to continue. Tomorrow, alongside several partners, we've collaborated to launch the Coaching to Capital program. Tariq Brooks, thank you once again for your vision, leadership, and willingness to make this project happen. In addition, our Four Seasons AACC Peership cohort launches tomorrow, which would not be possible without the work of our beloved and dearly departed Tiffany Gilbert. Her vital contributions and unwavering dedication to uplifting Black businesses will forever live on through this program. The 76ers have generously provided 4 grants in collaboration with First Union Bank and the Chamber. They've also helped to organize PPP workshops, over 700 registrants, can't say it, I'm sorry, I'll move on. And I'm most proud to tell you that 2 small businesses were selected for the marketing platform during February's Buy Black program. Congratulations again to Spurgo and Girl Contracting Inc. Thank you again to the 76ers. There is no person as ready, resourceful, nor resilient as our great chamber. I want to end my first presidential address with a reminder that no matter the advances we make, we know the fight must continue in the private and public sectors. Ron Busby, president of the U.S. Black Chamber, said it best when he told Forbes last year, for there to be a great America, there must be a great Black America. And for there to be a great Black America, you must have great Black businesses and a great Black economy. On that note, on behalf of the Board of Directors and the entire African American Chamber of Commerce community, we'd like to sincerely extend to you our gratitude for being with us today. We hope after hearing the work we've begun this past year and considering the direction we're charting forward, you will take up the fight to reimagine, reset, and reinvest for a sustainable future as we continue to build back Black. Thank you.
Thank you, Regina. A couple of things I wanted to kind of double click on that you mentioned. First of all, our partnership with the 76ers, Sir David Gould, Chief Diversity and Impact Officer for Harris Blitzer Sports and Entertainment and the 76ers is in the building. I just wanted to acknowledge you and acknowledge your support. Thank you. At this point, I was going to bring up Mr. Stephen Scott Bradley, but I also see Mr. Harold Epps here in the building, and our former Director of Commerce for the City of Philadelphia. And I wanted to acknowledge you for all your support, seeing if you wanted to maybe say a few words on the fly. Not to put you on the spot.
So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So as I walked in, Stephen said that he would ask me to say a word or two, and I want to start off by saying that I have to laugh at myself, and you'll laugh with me in a minute, because this is the second casino I've been to today. Looked at my phone, saw casino, I've been going to the other one for 13 years, and that's where I went. I get there, I said, look, I know this thing is up here, blah, 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 blah. And then I saw live casino. So slow down and, sometimes you are going to make the wrong decision. But again, to Stephen Bradley, who's around here somewhere, thank you for carrying this organization for more than a decade. Please, let's acknowledge him. And some of you would know and some of you would not, when he began to lead the resurrection, I was his co-pilot, at least one of them. And so I've watched this organization, been on the board for at least 11 or 12 years. And all I can tell you is no matter what has been done in the past, I am absolutely convinced that we have the right leader in Regina Harrison. And the thing that I would say, and I want to be very brief because I know I stand between you and something to eat, something to drink, is if we did not believe we needed a strong chamber, hopefully COVID taught us that. And the other thing that I would say is with this infrastructure bill that is coming, we don't know whether it's going to be 600 million, 800 billion, or a trillion. But we know it's going to be large. And in that, in addition to American Airlines and others, there is a whole bunch of money that will be out there for people to participate in the economy. And if we do not have a strong voice, we will get left out. Okay? So the thing that I would encourage you to do and ask you to do, because right now, see, I know most of you in this room, and we've been together in various fronts for over a decade. We are preaching to the choir. Okay? So what we got to go do is we got to go get 2 or 3 more per person and get them enrolled in this fight such that the community gets larger and stronger, such that we can push on our friends who are still in the administration and the next one to come in, because everybody's got to have a set of people that holds other people accountable. And we are responsible for doing that. So a year ago, 15 months ago, I was on the other side. I was a Commerce director. And I'm happy to say to Michael Rashid, he's now the Commerce director. But I'm still fully committed to our fight. And so your last words, Build Back Black, that's our job. And it starts at home, and it starts with this chamber. And Stephen reminded me of a word that I used in the past. I'll use it one more time. Close your eyes for a minute and ask yourself the following question. Are we better off as a community with a strong African-American chamber or without? What's the answer? What is it? With. Whose job is it? Ours. Let's go do it together to build back better black. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. One thing I wanted to do, we've touched on where we were and where we are. And I would like to acknowledge those who've been along for the ride on that journey. Dr. Kenneth Scott, he spoke about, if you were with the chamber a few years ago to now, and he made that remark in our earlier meeting. And I wanted to kind of double down on that and acknowledge all of those who've been along for this journey and allowed that and helped that to happen. So to all of our members, all of our board members, in attendance here. Now it's only standing room only in here now. We have a robust amount of people watching online, which is great. And then also I'd like to acknowledge Krishna Nareen, who's the director of the foundation of the African American Chamber. I didn't know if you wanted to put you in Harold's spot as well, if you wanted to say anything, or waving is fine as well. Come on now. Come on now. Give him a hand. Yes, indeed.
Epps, I understand. My name is Krishna Nareen. I am, the director of the foundation for the chamber. The foundation was not very active when I took over, and my goal has been to make it a bigger part of what we do here for a variety of reasons. One, it's a great place for donors to take advantage of some tax laws, and it then allows us to help fund the chamber's activities. So We started out this year by bringing together a cryptocurrency program. It was basically an educational program which allowed people to learn what cryptocurrency is and also whether it's something that you want your business to accept. So my goal is to come up with a program maybe every quarter, every 6 months of a similar ilk, whether it's cryptocurrency or some other educational activity, and to develop some relationships. One of the things I will point out is that some of the attendees of our cryptocurrency program were members of other chambers. We had a number of members from the Irish American Chamber, some from the Hispanic Chamber, and I hope to continue to develop those relationships as well. So with that, I hope to be in touch with all of you in the coming year. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks, Kristen. Next, I would like to complete the celebration as we're here, not only speaking to the state of the AACC, but speaking to where we've come and the path forward. I'd like to acknowledge our president and CEO, and I'd like to introduce Andrea Jack and Stephen Scott Bradley right afterwards for a special presentation.
Awarded to a Black-owned business, this award honors Dr. Emma Chappell and her legacy as a founding member of the African American Chamber of Commerce. Dr. Emma Chappell was the founder and CEO of the United Bank of Philadelphia and the first African American woman to form a commercial bank in the United States. A longtime supporter of the African American Chamber of Commerce, Parks Casino is our presenting sponsor of this award in the name of Dr. Chappell. Through this grant, Parks Casino continues to make tangible and lasting contributions to the Chamber and its members. Therefore, in partnership, it is our pleasure to announce the inaugural annual Dr. Emma Chappell Women-Owned Business Leadership Grant for Black women, and it has been awarded to DP Financial Services. D&P Financial Services is an accounting firm that works with small businesses and individuals to provide accounting services based upon their needs with the goal of educating clients to that which they can continue to make the best decisions possible in businesses and in their personal lives.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you so much. This is such an honor. I knew of Dr. Emma Chappell, and after reading up on her, to be the inaugural grant recipient, someone who is also in this financial industry as a Black woman, it is definitely an honor. So thank you, Parks Casino. Thank you, African American Chamber. We look forward to expanding our partnership with you. Thank you.
So again, this is Stephen Bradley, and I just wanted to take this time to recognize our board members. And it's all our board members that are present. Can you stand up and give recognition? I mean, these board members, they don't get stipends or checks, they write checks. And they're very committed financially, and very committed to make sure the chamber are financially sound, make sure that our mission is fulfilled. So I just wanted, on behalf of the board, on behalf of Regina, just thank you for your volunteer. Thank you very much. And at this time, I just wanted to recognize the Chamber's been in a transition, and we mentioned earlier that the Chamber's celebrating 28 years. We're very fortunate that Regina Harrison has stepped up to the plate and said, I want to lead the Chamber. So this is a small token of our appreciation and let you know how much you've made an impact in a short period of time. But congratulations, and the bar has continued to be raised. Much success. Again, on behalf of the Board of Directors and the African American Chamber, we wanted to thank everybody that participated through Zoom, and those board members and friends of the Chamber and members of the Chamber that are present today. Thank you for your support and attendance. Thank you very much. Thank you. And in closing, we'd like to again thank Live Casino for hosting us today. and all of our board of directors, sponsors, partners, and members for your continued support. We're extremely excited about the new fiscal and all that is in store for our members as we work together to build back Black. Thank you.